Make good, say.
Tits on man.
What's up, everybody? This is Mike with Let's Be Blunt. We are finally here, years in the making. This is a most incredible story, journey, whatever. I believe there's no such thing as accidents and everything happens for a reason. And a good friend of mine was running for mayor back in Charlotte a couple of years back, Willis Strong Jr. Well, shout out to Big Red. What's up, my man? He was running for mayor and he had met some folks and brought him by my warehouse, the store, and one of them is James Co-Train. What's up, James? And he was just talking to him, introduced me, and ended up introducing me to our next guest. And when I met him, man, it was an instant vibe. I dig this man's story. I dig his passion for life, his enlightenment, the things that have happened to him in life, both good and bad. He takes it all humbly. And I finally got a chance to meet this man. I came out in LA, came to one of his events, and I shot my shot and told him I want to come out with a product with him, not really knowing how I was going to make it do it and whatever, but I knew I was going to make it happen. And here we are 2 years later. Yeah. But without further ado, I want to introduce my next guest, 6-time undisputed world champion boxer, Zab Judah. What's up, my man?
What's up?
Thanks for being here, man.
Damn, Mike, I didn't even know it's 2 years. That's
almost
crazy,
2 years, man. That crazy? And I'll tell you, man, like I have the resources to make this happen. I knew it was going to be something special and different coming out of the product with you because I knew we had to set up molds and all kind of things. But man, when I tell you everything went wrong that could went wrong,
yeah.
And everything, my store got raided, police raid. The guy I'm working with, he got raided. Half the stuff we had made got taken. Yeah. We had packaging issues, the molds, the whole nine. But I'm telling you, nothing is worth having. Nothing comes easy. If you want it, you got to work for it.
But you know what it is, Mike. I mean, like when the devil peeks into your future and he sees something and you're ready to blossom and be the greatest, he tries to throw his little stumbling blocks in there.
That's it.
So what we went through was a minor setback for a major comeback.
That's right, man.
That's it.
That's right. And I know if anybody understands that is this man here. And it means everything that you stuck with me and had the patience with me through this process because I think we're on the cusp of something amazing. Let's talk about your journey before we get here, man. Born and raised Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Brooklyn. Brownsville. And, coming up in the 90s in Brooklyn was not an easy thing.
80s.
Wow. You hear about it. Most of us, in the suburbs or whatever was exposed through hip hop music of what was going on in the streets of Brooklyn. Through JayZ, through other rappers, Biggie, everybody, Queens, Nas, everybody. And then out in the West Coast, we were hearing what's going on the streets. I was just talking about it with Alex, that exposure. But life expectancy was very short back then for people coming up in that environment. It was almost third world country. And it was very few outcomes, either gang, prison, or dead, a lot of people that is. And you came through that, almost everything, the world was stacked against you. Yeah. And, you were one of 14 kids?
Yeah, I got, 14.
Wow, 14. Yeah. I try to do my research and stay up on it. So, we talked about it before. There's that pressure to join gangs and to go the wrong way. Was boxing what pulled you out of that? Or are you just fortunate? Or
you know what? Now, today, I can say that, because I never really realized this, but just the environment of where I was at in life, I was one of those kids that I'm a visionary. So I was always a kid that came outside and looked at my surroundings and said, nah, this can't be it. This can't be the end.
Right.
This can't be. There's no way ever the good guy that we serve is going to just end up like this in Brownsville.
Right.
There's no way. So from seeing that every day, and just knowing that, and then my dad being a fighter, my dad was a fighter, you know, as a young kid. Before Zab Judah even started, my dad was a 3-time kickboxing world champion.
He was like a black, like 13-degree black belt.
Yeah, he's a 9th-degree black belt. He's a ninja.
Okay.
My dad is literally a ninja.
Right.
And he was, back in the 80s, he took kickboxing to the height of the height. This is before MMA, before mixed martial arts, before all of that. And he went to the height of it. And it was, sadly, it was no finance in it. It was no big finance like how boxing was.
Right.
He was friends with the Mark Brelands, with the Pernell Whitakers, the Van Holyfields. And he said, I got boys coming up. I got sons. At the time, I think it was maybe 5 of us, 4 or 5 of us. And he said, and I got boys. So if I'm gonna do anything with my boys, I'm gonna put them in boxing. That's where they can have a future and they could, make money and have a career.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so he put us in boxing. And we started, we didn't start out just wanting to fight. We started out going to the gym with him. You know what I'm saying? Him just saying, yo, I gotta go train, y'all coming with me. So, while he training, we over here on the bag, playing in the ring. Back in these days, this is like the early 80s, the mid 80s. So it's like wrestling was popular. Hulk Hogan, Randy Macho Man Savage, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we in the ring, we doing that shit. We top rope, boom, you know what I'm saying? And then he said, if y'all gonna be in the gym, let me show you the proper way of how you should be in the gym and what's going on and how you hit the bag and what the ring is for and all that. And then he started teaching us boxing. So at 5 years old, we started training. Well, I remember myself. I was 5 years old when I started training.
Wow. By
6 years old, I had my first fight.
Oh, wow. What was the outcome?
So, I won.
Yeah,
I won. So,
he's like,
So I had a great, fantastic amateur career. My amateur record was 115 wins and 5 losses.
Wow. Man.
So I was like boy wonder.
Right.
I was very determined, very hard, a hard worker. I seen something bigger than me.
Right.
Or bigger than what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I told my dad, I remember having an epiphany. My dad fought at Madison Square Garden. He was a champion, so he let us carry his belts out. So we carrying his belts out. So as I'm carrying the belt, I heard a crowd like Judah, and I felt like they was talking to me.
That's what's
and I was bugging like, this is crazy. And so after, my dad fought, he won the fight. I was back in the locker room and I told him, I said, yo, I felt like they was talking to me. And he was like, yeah, don't worry about it. Just keep working hard and one day it's gonna be you. And look, I done sold the garden out so many times. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like
that's anybody. So many different platforms.
Right.
Sell the garden.
Yeah. So my thing is, I always believe in, because I have children myself, and I always believe in put in front of your children what you want them to see, and they can accomplish it.
That's real.
The kids it's a talent inside of a children's body that's phenomenal, that people don't even understand yet.
Right.
You just got to put the kid in front of it.
Right.
And show him the path. And I guarantee if it's for them, they're going to blossom out to be it.
That's real. That's powerful. Because I'm new to the parent game too, 6 years in it now. And I'm realizing more and more that the kids do way more of what I show them versus what I tell them.
There you go.
And even times I think they're not listening when I'm watching from afar and they don't know I'm watching. I realize they are and they're watching. Yeah. But that's absolutely incredible. So out of 14 of you guys, brothers and sisters, right? How many of y'all went into fighting and boxing?
So all of my brothers fought. Coming out of Brooklyn, Brownsville, my father said, listen, everybody not gonna be champ of the world.
Right.
But y'all gonna know how to fight.
Right.
My father always believed that if y'all get beat up outside and y'all all come back in here all beat up, I'm whipping all y'all ass. You know what I'm saying? So that didn't happen. You know what I mean? We had to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, we knew how to fight. And so it started out as just learning how to protect yourself thing, learning how to do it. And then it was a kids tournament called the Kid Gloves.
Okay.
It was called the Kid Gloves. And that's where it started at. So my dad enrolled us into the tournament called the Kid Gloves, and we won.
Oh, wow.
And then we just started winning and winning and winning. And next
That's
tournament,
incredible.
next tournament, then Golden Gloves, then Nationals, then, you know what I'm saying, then
So
Olympics.
at what point did you realize, I know you had the dream when you was a kid walking out with your father, but what point did you realize I'm on to something? This is my career. I'm about to blow up with this. Was there a certain fight, when you went pro?
Probably after my first Golden Gloves.
Okay.
Yeah, after like 1993.
And
I mean, even before that, we kind of knew, but after I won my first pair of Golden Gloves, because New York City Golden Gloves is big.
Oh,
It's it's like
you can win there, you win anywhere.
Yeah,
it's everything.
It's a long tournament.
Right.
It's like about 5 months.
Right.
And it's not so the weigh-in of the first day is scary.
Right.
You come into a room and they call out like whatever your weight class is. My weight class was 139 pounds. They call out 139 pound novice. All of these people, I mean, like, bro, more than 400 people come in the room, and you looking around like, what? I gotta fight all these. I mean, you don't gotta fight everybody,
right.
But you gonna get your You know, you're gonna get your pick. You know what I'm saying? So they put everybody in the hat and they start doing the drawings and so you know, you in the room, you just like, you know, you like, damn, I don't know who I'm gonna fight. So my first year, I was like, you know, my second year, I walk in the room like, I don't know why y'all here for.
Right. Yeah,
my third year, forget about it.
Right.
I think the third year we came late.
Right.
We came late to come in there like, listen.
Right.
Is y'all all way in yet? Because y'all already, I don't know why y'all here for. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Come out swinging.
Yeah, like, y'all know who winning this. You know what I mean? So, you know, but your first year going into it, it's very challenging. It's very scary.
How old are you then?
I was 15.
Wow.
I was 15 years old. So I was a kid, you know, coming in there, you see all these people in there, you like, I don't know who the hell I'm gonna fight. I don't know what, but I know.
Overcoming that fear. Man.
Yeah,
Incredible.
I know at least I got 5 fights in front of me.
Wow.
I don't know, 5 of y'all gonna get it. And
right.
I literally, it's like 400, 500
How many career fights now? How many fights total did you?
So I did 115 amateur and I did 57 professional.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so.
And it's 6-time undisputed world champion.
3 different weight classes. One 140 pounds.
Wow.
147 pounds and 154 pounds.
Anybody touch that record to this day? I mean, anybody else out there with that, man?
In New York City, no. I'm the most successful, highest ranking champion coming out of New York City. Nobody's won more world titles than Zab Judah.
Man, that is absolutely incredible.
And you know, New York City produces some of the greatest fighters in the world.
Greatest anything, like I
of our generation.
No matter what it is, you come back in New York, you're going to make it.
You know what I mean? So for me to have that title is very much an honor to me.
Yeah, man. And just, you know, looking through, I did a lot of research. You know, my exposure being from the suburbs of North Carolina and the city of Charlotte and all that, we really didn't have boxing. Occasionally we'd have some, you know, amateur fights here and there. I think Calvin C. Brooks did an event at one point. My only exposure to boxing was through the video game with Mike Tyson. But then, you know, I really got into it after him and seeing it. And after, you know, being introduced, you went back watching your fights. You had some incredible, truly incredible fights and fought some of the greatest that is. Mayweather and, you know, all that. I saw a picture too. You had a picture of you and Ali. Yeah. Muhammad Ali. So,
I got a chance to meet Ali,
you know, and you're obviously a successful athlete, but coming up during that time, you were also part of pop culture. And one of the things I saw that you were one of the first people, not the first, to come out with live performers.
I was the first.
The first.
I was the first. I remember even the night that it happened. I think my first fight was coming out was Junior Mafia.
Okay.
And we fought in Connecticut. Yeah, we fought in Connecticut on Showtime TV. So I remember fight week. They asked me, you know, hand in your music and all that. I said, oh no. I need 4. This is funny. Yeah. I said, I need 4 microphones. They like, what?
Right.
I said, no. They said, no. Just hand in your music and we'll take care of it. I said, no. I need 4 microphones. Right. So they like, what do you mean 4 microphones? I said, I have the artist, Junior Mafia, and they coming out with me and they're gonna rap. They're gonna rap this song live coming out. And they like,
what song was it? I was trying to think.
I don't even remember what it was.
Get Money or
it was one of them. It was
little C's.
It was one of them. Oh man, Bristol. It was C's.
So you came out with them 4 microphones.
Yeah,
I'm sure the crowd went crazy.
The crowd went bananas. They was like, wow, because nobody's ever seen nothing like that. Like people really didn't understand the formula of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The format was different. Then when I was in then after that, my second performance was I had Cash Money come out for me. This is in '98 when me and Tyson fought in Detroit. Wow. You know what I'm saying? I had Lil Wayne when he was like, he had to be like 16, 17 years old.
Like when
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He was a kid, Juvenile, BG. It was a baby.
Right.
The whole clique came out. You know what I'm saying? So this was like, people didn't understand this. This was like, this was
I can only imagine
game.
Too. Do you, on that level, do you absorb that energy of the crowd too? Probably coming out and getting them hyped. Does that help you fight through that? Just having that energy?
Yeah. You know what? It gives you inspiration.
That's what's up.
It gives you inspiration. It gives you energy. It gives you motivation.
Because you were right there. You were one among the first of like big headlining fighters that was getting paid. Yeah. You were amongst the first because, like you said, it wasn't that great of a paying gig before that era. I don't think so.
It was. I had my big bro Tyson with me. You know what I'm saying? So I got to open up.
So you and Mike are tight? No?
Yeah. That's my big bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I got a chance to open up a lot of nights for him, and he would always make sure that they paid me well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. Because at one point you was with King too, Don King.
Yeah, I was with Don too. Yeah. And I must say, even though Don King is the kind of person that he is, and he is a very
He's very Don Kingish.
Don Kingish, yeah, that's what I should say. He's very Don Kingish. Yeah, he's an old school businessman.
Right.
He's got his ways that he came in the game with, that he formulated, and he sticks to that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what generation or timeline it is, he's still gonna operate the way he operates.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I made a lot of money with Don King. I'm not gonna bullshit the people like that. Like I made a lot of money with Don King.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of big, incredible nights. You know what I'm saying? A lot of great opportunities and done a lot of great things with King. So, he is the guy that he is, but at the end of the day, he did some good
stuff. You gotta respect everybody for who they are.
Yeah.
What was your first pay-per-view fight? Was that the Mayweather fight, or
No, my first pay-per-view fight was Casazu.
Oh wow.
That was the Casazu fight. Yeah, when I headlined it in Vegas. Yeah. So I was there. I mean, so when I say pay-per-view fight, I fought on pay-per-view before that.
Right.
But my first headliner pay-per-view was Casazu in Vegas. Yeah.
That's incredible. And too, you talked about Tyson, man. It's incredible. I was a fan of Tyson as a fighter, but I'm a greater fan of Tyson as an old man. And I love to watch his enlightenment, his journey through, I think some trauma and pain of his past that he's overcome, and almost enlightened now to see, how he is. And I was talking about it, Alex. You see all these people, and I'm sure you're the same way. I was watching some of the old videos of you on Rap City and stuff. We're young. We feel like we live forever. Nothing can stop us. We live for the day and the moment. And I see all these people now that we're older and we're involved. And I often wonder, like, if Pac would have made it, Biggie didn't get killed. You know what I mean? What would their old man life look like in their journey? Because talking to Alex about Petey, we are who we are when we're young, not expecting to live for much longer, and then, but out of all that, I've seen that too, and that growth in you and your career and your enlightenment. What do you think has been that hardest transition from, Zab the fighter to Zab the parent, or Zab, the leader of your family? Like, what have you learned most in this journey? Like, I guess that to take with you, that stuck with you.
So I mean, for me, after fighting, the most toughest and difficult thing that I faced was transitioning from a boxing champion superstar to being a dad,
right,
a husband, a son.
Because I don't give a damn how many else you got.
Yes,
the kids.
None of that. Yes, just being, back regular in society.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's, no matter what, I'm Zab everywhere I go.
Right.
I'm Zab, I'm champ, I'm this, I'm that. But you're not a current active
Sure.
athlete, fighter. You know what I'm saying?
It's adjustment.
The checks are not coming in the same no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
the
now
part too.
finding financial situations and things, it's not done the same way it's done in boxing.
Right.
You know, boxing 36 minutes, I go in there and fight, win, lose, or draw, I get a check, couple million. You know what I'm saying? I deposit it, sit back, you know, have a good life and figure out my next move. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, you might work hard the same hard work or even harder, but you get a check for much less.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And we still get our ass whipped for that little bit of check.
You know what I mean? So you have to just learn how to fit in, learn how to save, learn how to just cope and deal with life.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that for a lot of, you know, and I, you know, me now sitting here today, I understand why a lot of great athletes transition and they don't do well.
Right.
And they and they get into their second part of life and they just fail.
Right.
And they just become, you know, broke and they become
and that's a fall, man. Because even this past year, everything that I've built has been challenged. And you know, it's an eye opener. You realize none of this is promised. None of this is forever. But you know, it's that adjustment of getting your ass whooped and getting back up. You know, so
I mean, me today, I treat life just like a fight.
Right.
It's a 12-round fight. You might lose a round.
Right.
You might get knocked down.
Right.
Get your ass up and keep punching.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how I treat life. I treat life just like that. This is a 12-round fight until the box drop.
I love
it. And no matter what, you're not gonna win every round.
Right.
You're not gonna go flawless. You're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? Some rounds you might coast and blast through. Some rounds you might lose the whole round.
Right.
Some rounds you might get knocked down, but you get up and
day.
you keep going. You know what I'm saying? You keep trying.
Which brings us to our journey together. Cannabis.
Yeah.
This is not something that's been part of your life most of your life.
No.
It's actually something you probably even avoided being a professional.
100%.
So take me through what led us here, what fight, what happened, what, you know, with the brain injury, the things like that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
So my last fight I fought a fighter. You know, he was a fighter that was on PEDs and things like that. And
performance enhancing drugs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got the bad end of the stick. You know what I'm saying? I was in a coma.
Wow.
I received brain surgery. A lot of people don't even know this, you know what I'm saying? Because of how, you know, the Most High works. The Most High is the greatest, you know, and I love God with all my heart. Because, you know, instead of me being that person that had to learn how to walk again, had to learn how to talk again, to learn how to have to operate and do for myself again. I got right up from my surgery. What the hell, pulling out wires? Like, hey, what the?
How'd I get
I'm
in?
going home. Where my parents? Where my?
So was
phone
that
at?
quick from the fight to you were in a coma, or was it an induced coma at that point?
No. So the night of the fight, I went into the hospital, and I went into the coma that night.
Wow.
Yeah, I went into coma that night, and I stayed a couple days in the hospital, and I woke up like 8 days later.
Wow.
Yep, and I woke up and
so
this is crazy, right? Because I fought June 8th. I went through that little stage, then I got released, and they said I was fine, and I went home. The following actual day, July 8th, I'm outside. I start having these sharp migraines in my head, and it was like thunderbolts was going through my head, like crazy. And I'm like, ah. I was downtown Brooklyn. I went to my neurologist, Dr. Cohen.
Right.
And I said, Doc, I need some pills. I got a headache. And he looked at me and was like, nah, you look, let me go get a CAT scan with you. I got a CAT scan. He was, long story short, he measured up my brain and with other brains, and he seen that something was wrong. And he said, we got to do emergency brain surgery right now. And I'm like, oh, man, get out of here with that, man. Just give me some pills.
Right.
And let me get on about my way. And then he looked at me like, yo, do you want to die?
Wow.
And I said, what?
It got serious real quick.
And it got serious. And then after that, maybe 35 minutes later, I know I was on the table getting my brain opened up, having brain surgery.
What was the issue? Just hemorrhaging or?
Yeah, it was hemorrhaging. I had pressure from the right side pushing to the left side. You know, my brain was supposed to get trapped in the corner, pushed in the corner, and one of the vessels just break in my head. And you know, basically, if we wouldn't have caught it at the time we caught it, you know, it would have went off
We won't be
in
having
my
this
head, and
conversation.
then I wouldn't have had my brain would have just bled out, and I would have just
Wow.
died. I would have been a vegetable and died like that. But you know,
What a
God
blessing.
is good, man.
Right.
God is great, man.
So then from that, going through the pressure and the pain of the head injury, you started your cannabis journey then, or?
Yeah. No, yeah. After that, you know what I'm saying, they gave me the whole bunch of opioids and stuff like that. And I was like, what the hell? I'm feeling like
Yeah.
a zombie and
Right.
stop all that. Started smoking weed, and the weed did way better than what the opioids did. So from that time, I stopped taking the opioids and I started using the weed, and the pressure started going down. I started to, my head started, because my head was big like a pumpkin from the surgery.
Yeah, like mine.
And my head started coming down. And my head started coming down, and the pressure started going away. And I just started, like, day after day, they could just see the improvement in me. I was coming back. I just started coming back. And I was like, and I could see it. I could feel it. Like, I could see, like, I never woke up with no speech problems. I never woke up with no, I didn't lose my memory.
Right.
None of that. You know what I'm saying?
Incredible.
But I could feel that I went through surgery. You
Right.
know, I could feel, it was brain surgery kicked it, it kicked in.
Right.
And so I just kept with my marijuana, I just kept.
During that time, you're having to learn literally walking and all that too? Or
No. Luckily, that didn't happen.
Incredible.
I didn't, that part didn't, that's the part of the good Lord that I didn't go through. And people know, when you open the brain up, you lose something. You lose touch, taste, smell, feel, walk, something. And I didn't lose anything.
Wow.
And I got up and
completely incredible.
I was good. And I went full-fledged with the marijuana. And me, I like to believe and know that in my body, in my mind, that marijuana did something for me. You know what I'm saying? So when people say it's just it's something to just get you high.
Right.
There's some medicine inside the marijuana.
And we're finally getting proved right.
That's
studies.
Miracle. That's miracle.
It's been there forever, man. And it's everything can be abused, but it is my medicine, and for that I'm not on any medicines.
Right.
I'm in 43 years old now, overweight and everything, and still in pretty great condition. So,
right.
But it's that connector piece too. I was talking with the girl I was interviewing earlier, Alex, is that almost brotherhood, that connection. Like you already know if somebody's down with cannabis, smokes, or whatever. You already know you're probably gonna chill with them. But it's the great connector piece, man. It's a great equalizer. I think it makes us realize how we are. So, hearing this man's story, I knew then we were out here. I was out here with a deal with my wife, and we were making a vacation. I was like, listen, we fly out tomorrow. I was like, I got to make time to go back and meet Zab. I got to pitch this. I came and met you at that restaurant and told him. My wife thought I was crazy. She's like, you're going to mess with this man. His meeting, I said, I got to meet with him. I got to. And here in your journey, I knew I had to come out with a product with you. And
you came to the gym.
I came to the gym, I knew it. And fast forward 2 years later, and all this, we finally have the product. And I'm very proud of this. We wanted to do something that says Zab, and something really that stands out. And we did the boxing glove gummies. And I'm gonna go ahead and open this, and we'll replace this one for you. But they're little gummies. They're boxing glove shaped gummies. So if you can catch that, and we'll get a shot of them up. But they're delicious, and they have Delta 9 and HAC, and really, really good. And we're proud of them. We're excited. It took forever, but they're going to hit the market. They're going to be coast to coast. We got them, all over. We got people waiting to get them, but they're also delicious.
Yeah. And explain to the people what the HSC is.
Yeah. So HAC is it's hectohydrocannabidiol. It's basically they take the Delta 9 cannabinoid and put hydrogen to it or whatever. It's a way to convert hemp and more to a Delta 9 deal. It's a legal loophole. It goes to a semi-synthetic process to create the HAC, although it's all natural, it just adds hydrogen to it.
Right.
What it does is give you a way more clearer high, a buzz. It's something that's found in small amounts of cannabis. With this, they make it in a more abundant. It just gives you a different buzz where Delta-9 can be kind of give you that foggy high, that heaviness high. HHC gives you more of that light, clear-headedy, a little more energy in it. It's just a nice blend.
But you still get smacked. I ain't
You
gonna
still
lie.
get smacked.
You
Yeah,
get smacked.
you know, they're fairly small but very mighty, and that's when I was talking and manufacturing these with our lab people. I was telling them, I was like, I want something small and compact, but I want that shit to slap.
Punchables.
Punchables,
Pop,
and that
pop.
was Zab. Zab said punchables, and we made it happen. But even people that I gave them to before I had the packaging, before they knew I was going with it, like, man, this is really something, really onto something. But having that boxing glove shape is very iconic. Hopefully on the next packaging, we got a little window where you can see them. But it's a great product. I can tell you these are manufactured directly in North Carolina, in the United States. We use, only the best labs and materials. We have everything third-party tested. By the way, I got all the COAs on these I need to get to you. They tested extremely well. They're very popular already before the packaging, so I now know with the packaging it's going even better. But, we take this very serious. This is a lifelong thing for me. I don't want anything that's harmful. We know the source of all the flower grown, where it's grown, what it's grown with, to make sure there's no herbicides, pesticides, microbials, molds, mildews, none of that stuff. And, with everything, you got to start off with the finest ingredients to make the best product. So we started off with the best flower we could find and, had that made into concentrates and then use these concentrates to make these gummies right here in the USA. And this is just the beginning. We will come out with more products. But these are doing great. They're flying off the shelves.
Just the beginning, y'all.
Just the beginning. You can come out here. Zab will have them at his dispensary. We'll have them crowntowncannabis.com. We also got them at plugdistribution.com. If you're interested in carrying them either retail or wholesale, we got you. Ultimately, it's an incredible piece. I also have something else for you. So, I got my boy back in Charlotte. He does custom shoes for me or whatever. Shout out to the studio. He does it for a bunch of celebrities and athletes. I thought I'd get you something made up here.
Dope.
To commemorate what we got going on. Yeah. So I had some Air Force Ones made.
Good ease.
Yeah, man. My man at the studio. It's got the actual package on there. The Zab Punchables package. It's got the Zab on the tongue there. You see the Zab on the tongue.
Look at that. You can't front on these. These is fire.
Yeah, man. So I thought I wanted something for you to rock, be proud of.
Look at that.
I'm very proud of, the
You can never go wrong with a pair of black airs.
Right.
Never.
That's what I figured,
You
man.
never go wrong.
Right. I looked through some of your photos and said you was rocking a few pairs of Air Force Ones.
Never
You gotta
go
have
wrong.
those
I
staples.
love the airs. I'm from Brooklyn.
Right, from Brooklyn. I thought I'd either do that or Tim boots, but no.
Yeah. See, out here in California, we get nowhere as Tim boots.
Really?
What?
Nowhere. That's a Brooklyn thing.
Yeah, it's just if you got them on, it's just for fashion.
Right.
It's a fashion statement, fashion piece, and that's it. It ain't about no. It's too high there.
Right. But that's from my boy Mike at the studio. He's doing all kind of celebrities and athletes, man.
Yeah.
He's done them for all kind of people, and
they go the punchables.
The punchables, man. We have to get them too. But, I just want to give you a little something as a thank you for taking a chance in us and bringing this product to market, man. And it's about healing, man. It's about your journey, my journey. The thought of a young man from Charlotte, North Carolina, a young man from Brooklyn, New York, collaborating and meeting on the West Coast. There's no such thing as accidents, and I manifested all these things of wanting to take this to the next level and, be in this industry because it is healing. And I do want to be part of what corrects this, where we were talking off camera about how many people were wrongfully incarcerated for this. And yet there's people out here making millions. So part of my journey is to correct that and to bring more people, more minorities into the industry that's being ultimately left out, and bringing great products to the market with great people. Because I think a lot of times the industry's kind of selling out already, and just I want the people that's been here deserve it and put their time in and actually uses the plant and just not slapping the name. So I wanted something you could be proud of and I could be proud of.
Yeah,
and I'm really excited about it. You now have you're in the cannabis industry out here now, right?
Yeah.
You've converted your gym to a dispensary.
Dispensary now,
Yeah.
House of Trees.
House of Trees.
Yeah,
I was wondering what it's called. What do you think about being in the business out here? Challenging, tough, love it, hate it?
No, the game is fire.
Yeah.
I mean, the game is good because, you know, not only is it a marijuana game, it's a helping tool.
Right.
That's how I look at it. You know, I don't look at it as just we selling marijuana. You know, I look at it as this is a plant that's helping people. So we kind of, you know, lightweight, very small percentage. Look at ourselves like doctors.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're helping. You
Right.
know what I mean, so
I like shaman. I like to say we're healers.
Yeah.
Because you know it is, and you're just like me, especially coming to New York and seeing what, you know, the 80s and 90s with crack, cocaine, and, you know, alcohol, whatever. You see the destruction of families, but with cannabis, you see the rebuild. For me, I'm a better father because of cannabis. I'm more patient. I'm more clear. I'm more, you know, in the moment. And instead of just, you know, business, like I'm sure with you, always on the phone, always hustling, always business. You know, and that gives me, at the end of the day or throughout the day, it gives me that moment to meditate, to relax, to chill, to think about the bigger picture and take a moment to enjoy the journey and quit worrying about the destination as much. So what's in store for Zab now? What you working on? What's your next goal? You seem like you've achieved everything in life you could possibly want to achieve. What's next?
Children, man, just making sure that my children grow up to be great. Give them the opportunities that they need and they want, and you know, just to be able to share my experiences
Right.
of what I've been through, and the knowledge that I know to pass it on to them.
Right. Got any fighters in the family, or you ain't going that route with them?
I got 3 boys.
Okay.
They firecrackers.
Yeah. Yeah.
They firecrackers.
You got twin boys too.
Yeah,
right?
I got twin boys. Actually they're 8 years old right now. They just won the Super Bowl.
Wow.
On a football team.
What's their team?
The team is the Bears.
Bears.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So they Pop won of the team. And,
Right.
they won and they got a chance to play at the SoFi Stadium.
That's
So at 8 years old to play at the SoFi Stadium, that's
pretty
big
incredible.
stuff. That's big stuff.
Well, they got some big shoes to fill, man. That's
Yeah.
what do they think about your past and all that? They respect it or don't quite understand it, or just knowing what you actually achieved?
You know, at 8 years old, they probably still
Right.
don't understand the full grasp of it. My 14-year-old little Zab, he's just starting to understand, you know, like, because, you know, he's a junior.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, so everywhere he go, he tells people, like, what's your name? He like, I'm Zab Judah. They're like,
yeah, it's not a common name.
Yeah, they like, stop playing. Like,
yeah,
he
me
like,
too.
yeah, that's my name.
Yeah.
He like,
Yeah,
he like, yeah, that's my name. I'm
Right.
Zab. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So, you know,
He look like you too, bro.
yeah. So he's, you know, he's a very smart kid. You know, he's a computer kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, he's very sharp, and he loves boxing.
Right.
He loves basketball. So, you know, listen, man, my goal is not to push him to be a fighter because he is, you know, the son of the champ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No.
He's got
my goal is to push out and help them and inspire them to be the greatest of what they want to be. You know what I'm saying? Because I always learned that when you push somebody in a situation where they don't really desire to be, or they don't really have no real interest there, it's not gonna last.
Yeah.
But when you put somebody in something that they really like and they love and they're willing just to get up and do it by themselves, and you just power in that tool, you're gonna see greatness.
Yeah, because my whole life being my size and playing football everywhere I went, football. I love football, but I always felt like it was forced. Like, yeah, I loved it because of my size, but I didn't want to do it the rest of my life. And I saw my friends getting injured and have lifelong injuries and stuff like that. But, you know, it takes a certain level of discipline and stuff, and I just knew it wasn't for me. But with all that, like when you're training, when you're a 6-time champ, that is your life. You're training constantly, day and night, right? There's there is nothing else. Nothing else. Just
so, like, sitting here now, I can tell you guys, I never had a childhood really. I was. It's funny. if my family was the Jacksons,
Right.
I was Michael.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, right.
I was Michael, you know what I'm saying?
That
And my
makes
dad
sense.
was Joe Jackson, you know what I'm
That
saying?
makes sense.
My
yes.
dad was no joke. My dad was, like I said.
Imagine Joe Jackson being a
Yeah.
9th degree black belt.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Joe Jackson being 9th degree black belt. So you know what I mean?
man.
So he was, you know, Pops. I love my father. He's the greatest.
He's still alive today?
Yeah.
That's
Pops is alive. Pops is still, he'll be 70 years old coming up.
Wow.
70, and he's still shaking and baking.
He still throw them hands.
Gee, what? Pops is no
Is he
joke.
still in New York?
Yeah, he's still
What
in
do
New
you
York.
think? What do you think about living in New York versus LA? What's the biggest difference for you? The adjustment or just nothing to it? You miss New York?
No, I don't.
That's
well,
funny.
you know what?
Yeah.
Like I always tell people, summertime in New York City is the greatest city in the whole
Wintertime
world.
is not.
Wintertime, keep it.
Right.
You can keep
That's
it.
my wife keeps wanting to talk about moving to Park Slope in Brooklyn. And I was like, yeah.
You should say yeah. It's summertime.
Yeah, summertime. Yeah,
summertime.
We can live there.
Yeah. We got some.
Yeah,
that's our summer house. But in wintertime, we out of there.
It's funny because being in LA, you know, the temperature out here is like in the 40s at night and the 60s during the day, man. When we riding around Basel, everybody's out here like winter coats, like it's negative something, you know. So it's funny. LA's not.
Yeah, California. As soon as it come down to like anything under 60,
right,
it's cold. People,
right, people got the triple fat gooses.
They pulling out the big coats.
Right.
I'm like, where y'all going? I'm like,
I'm out here in shorts and t-shirts. Everybody's out walking their dogs with like snowsuits on. It's incredible though, man. But yeah, you know, like I said, man, it's just the beginning. We got so many things coming up. One of the greatest things I do want to talk about is your celebrity boxing. You still doing that? You gonna do more of those events? Mm-hmm. So, you know, I'm opening. I haven't told the public yet. We're opening a cannabis themed resort. I'd love to host an event up there one time. Dope. So we got a celebrity thing. But when I came out to LA last time, I came to his event. Man, first person I meet when I step out my car is Jada Kiss. He's out front smoking a blunt. And then, you know, I walk in and I'm sitting beside Bishop Don Magic One, you know,
Bishop,
and I'm looking
Church.
Over. Yeah, there's Young Now from the Loonies and Faith Evans. It's a star-studded event. So, and look, you've kept contact with these people over the years in the industry, and widely respected too, man. It's it's definitely you got people in the industry that they have a lot of animosity and stuff. It seems like you cool with everybody.
Yeah, man. You know, coming up in the entertainment game, you just, you know, at first I was just a boxer.
Right.
Then you turn into an entertainer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like by not knowing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then you become a celebrity overnight. You just wake up and people like, Zab. You like,
how weird was that? Getting used to it.
What? So me, you gotta remember.
Yeah.
I'm from Brooklyn.
Right.
I'm from Brownsville.
Right.
I'm from the hood.
Right.
So when I'm outside and you know I'm young, I'm in the Golden Glove. I'm probably like maybe 17 years old now, just 2-time Golden Glove champion. But I'm in the paper all the time on TV, everything. So you know people like looking at me and I'm like, yo, what's up, money? What you looking at?
You know, and they like
and they like, ain't you Zab Judah?
Right.
I'm like, and I got like, oh, I forgot. I'm the boxer now. You know what I mean? So that was a transition.
Because it's not all positive.
No, it's not. Being from Brooklyn, motherfuckers just staring at you. You like, yo, what up?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What you looking at? You know what I'm saying? They're like, ain't you Zab? I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. I'm like, yo, yeah, sorry about that. How you doing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And then having to put up your guard too, because even on my little bit, just being local celebrity in my neighborhood, in my Charlotte, being on the news and stuff for all I'm doing, it's almost uncomfortable because people come up and you don't know if they're coming at you the wrong way. Yeah, I can't even imagine on that stage. Oh my God, you know what I mean? And then apparently at some point, like people are trying to rob you or something. I read on Wikipedia. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. So it brings all the negatives.
Listen, man, but me being that Brooklyn kid that God raised, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't successful. I chased them down.
Right, yeah. Right.
I chased them down and they crashed into a tree and I got everything back. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, being in New York, those are some of the things and tragedies that you're gonna have to put up with. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody trying to bring you down more than up.
It's a big city. Everybody don't know each other.
Right.
People don't care. You know, all they see is this young kid with all his jewelry on, jumping in a Lamborghini.
Right.
oh no, let's get them.
They get it.
You know, they looking like, yo, I ain't ate in a week or two.
Right.
Bills is due. We ain't got no money at home. Look at this kid. He look like it's Christmas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We about to have Christmas early. You know
Right.
what I mean? And you know, just me being a person I am, I wasn't having it. I was like, what? Are you out your mind?
Right.
It's not happening like that. So you know,
that's crazy, man.
But with the will of God and the grace of God, you know, I'm still here to tell a story, and you know,
right. Because it could, especially back then, violence was at all time.
They had real guns.
Yeah, this East Coast versus West Coast thing became really real, and I think it was fed by media and people that benefited financially. You know, I don't think it should have never got as bad as it was.
Yeah, you know what I learned now from me living here in the West Coast now?
Yeah,
and me having a whole bunch of West Coast homies. I mean, I got homies on both sides,
right?
B's and C's.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what I can say is that I think the problem was everybody didn't know each other.
Right.
That's what it was. It was two different coasts, and that coast didn't know this coast, and that coast didn't know this coast. So when they met, it was a lot of like,
right.
You know, when you first meet somebody, it's the feel out.
Right.
It's the
right.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes on the feel out, it can go good, and it can go bad.
Plus, I mean, you talking about young, prideful people that, you know, had the eyes of media on them, everything. You know, people don't realize like Biggie and Pac were friends, you know, and that whole thing blew up.
And they was young.
Young, right.
24, 25-year-old kids.
Conversation. I would love to see what an old Biggie would have looked like. Or
you gotta remember, the people we love today and know of from Biggie to Tupac.
Yeah.
It was 24 and 25-year-old people.
With all the money in the world.
That's the top of the life they made it to. It was 24 and 25. So to us right now, we look at, wow, even today, we following kids.
Right.
Because they never made it out of them ages.
Right.
We never seen them blossom to be 30, 35, 40. We never seen that. We seen 24-year-old and 25-year-old kids, bro.
Right.
That was just talented.
Right.
Super talented.
Beyond
and they gave the world. And look at their name, what?
Right.
27 something years later, they still
relevant.
ringing.
Yeah.
Name is ringing.
I'll still put any of their albums on and play it.
But when you think about who you listening to.
Right.
You listening to a 25-year-old and a 24-year-old kid, bro.
And that's what we're talking about. I would love to see with an old Pac or old Biggie would have like seeing people like Ice Cube doing like the Johnsons or whatever to see that transition.
Right, we got to see Ice Cube at an elder age.
You know, JayZ, Hove, you know, you hear that transition in his music from, you know, gunplay and drug dealing and all that to now is more life and business and
kids, family, talking about credit.
Right.
Like, who knew what Pac would have been talking about? Who knew what Big would have been talking about? You know what I mean?
But it was I was raised on hip hop. Like I was raised without a father. So everything I knew in business and in life, I got through hip hop and really through JayZ. Like he's my idol. You know what I mean? Right. And it's that touch, that's again, that kid from Brooklyn being able to touch kids all over the world and giving them that vision, but also the struggle story and overcoming it is great. And I think if we could have kept our Biggies and Pacs alive, the influence they could have had in such much greater impact. You know, and everything happens for a reason, man. But I like seeing, you know, young men that didn't put up with shit, that put their life out there every day and didn't give a damn and grow into this. And there's nothing like perspective, and that's something you can pass on to your children and to the masses. And that's what this whole theme is about with you, with Alex that I just interviewed, taking that shot and persistence. I was listening to Nipsey, you know, on the plane on the way over here, and one of his interviews was talking about, I didn't pretend to know any of this shit. I didn't know nothing. It was just that persistence of taking the L's, taking the ass whoopings and just getting back up and keep trying and learning from it. And, you know, that's what I want this whole thing to be about with you. And, you know, you coming from where you come from, I come from. The message is don't give up. The message is manifestation. The message is having that vision.
Don't quit.
Don't quit. Never quit. Right. And, you know, I could have gave up 22 times on this whole thing, but I had the vision and I know what this can be and I know what this can come into. And, you know, this ain't just about me and Zab gummies. I want to be in business with Zab for other people's gummies, other opportunities. You know,
we're going to do it.
What good is first class if your homies can't sit? Like, right? So, you know, it's about putting people on in that sense of community and not giving up. And that's what I want to build with you. And I want to build as a brand is, you know, not only growing something so we can leave for our children, but to have that message of growth and knowledge and not giving up and believing in yourself and giving people those tools, financial literacy and all kind of things we didn't get growing up. You know what I mean? And we had to learn the hard way. So, I want this to be more than gummies. I want this to be more than just a collaboration on cannabis product. I want to really put something into place to give opportunities and to give back to communities and everything else. But we got to get our piece first where we can start giving back.
Yeah, facts. And one thing I want to tell people is quitters don't win and winners don't quit.
Hey.
The moment you quit, you'll never know what winning feels like.
Oh,
always remember that.
How many times you feel like quitting in your career? Yeah. I bet them early mornings, them workouts.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I can think back now, but you know what? I always thank my father, and right now I give him big props now.
Yeah.
So just thinking back, I remember when we had to go to training camp. Go to tournaments.
Right.
My brothers and them would get the rooms where they be outside in the hallway playing with the kids and the other guy. Me, I gotta stay in the room with my father.
Right.
So I had to go to bed on time. I had to eat right. I had to do everything.
Did he see your potential?
100%.
Yeah. So he knew. 100%. He knew he had a champion.
Pops knew what's up.
Right.
He knew. He looked.
It probably came with a lot of animosity back then, but something like you said, you appreciate it.
Nah, it was not. All of my brothers were talented. All of them could fight. All of us had the same timeline of coming up, and you know what I'm saying, ability was given. He gave all of us the same thing. I think for myself, like I said, I always been a visionary.
Right.
I just seen a little bit further than what my brothers seen.
Any other belts in the family?
Yeah. My brother Daniel got a belt.
Nice.
Yep.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah. My brother Daniel got a belt, and my other brother Joe, he undefeated. You know what I'm saying? So that's his claim to fame. He's like, well, I'm undefeated though.
Right.
They got love Zab Judah.
So saying all that, man, you got a few other products I was checking out. You got a line Undisputed sex toys.
Yeah.
And then you got the condoms. That's what's up.
Yeah, man. The Undisputed. So you can go to Undisputed Toys, UndisputedToys.com.
Right.
And you can see everything there. We got a new bunny rabbit out. It's a new bunny rabbit.
Saw that. I might have grabbed one of those for the way.
Yeah, the ears are the stimulation points.
Where is that?
Yeah, so plus we wanted to come out with something that wasn't intimidating.
Sure.
Like God forbid a kid came into a room and it was on a counter. It's not just you know what I'm saying? A big slammer sitting on a dresser. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunny rabbit. Yeah. The only problem is you gotta watch. And it's not to my wife.
Yeah.
If you got like a little kid, you might see a little kid think it's a toy. They be in the room and you be like, no, get that out your mouth.
We've had that happen too. That's what's up, though.
Yeah, it's like a teething toy.
Right.
Remember, it vibrates.
Right.
Good.
I said, man, that's what's up. I can't wait to tell them one day, but they go, hey, it is what it is, though, man. But I love to see him flourish out here, make it, man.
Yeah.
Your energy is real. It's almost like you could tell when somebody's been through it. Enlightenment, you know what I mean? And the highest highs, the lowest lows, and you can just tell it's something that's genuine and real. It can't be fabricated, it can't be made up. And I knew that when I met this man. I was like, I was a fan before I knew all your accomplishments. I kind of did it backwards to figure out how you were when saw everything you accomplished. And the humbleness you bring is just incredible, and man, I don't think the Zab Judah story is over. I think we just getting started and you're going to be a champion in many other ways.
With the will of God, man, we just having fun and just enjoying life. And also going back to the condoms, the reason why I made the Zab Judah condoms, I have 7 children. You know what I'm saying? 4 girls.
Obviously not using condoms.
And 3 boys. So, So I wanted to be the one to go back to be like, hey, listen, you know what I'm saying? Take your time.
Right.
Figure out what's good. But in the meantime, you know what I'm saying? His Undisputed.
There's a lot of parents, I have this conversation with, a lot of parents think if they tell their kids not to do something, they ain't going to do it.
Nah.
It's like, they're going to do it.
Let
them be safe. Yeah, let them be safe. STD is still a real thing. Child pregnancy is still a real thing.
Yeah.
And there's people that get pregnant early and survive and make it, but it really hinders you and fight for that. So I love that, man. And everybody likes to turn a blind eye thinking, hey, if we tell our kids not to, it doesn't exist. Kids gonna have sex. Kids gonna be out here fucking.
I was a young father too, so I already know.
How old were you your first kid?
I had my first kid at 15.
Okay, wow.
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
young father.
yeah.
Yeah, my mom got pregnant, had a child at 13. She was raped, had a child at 13. So I can imagine I had my first kid at I'm 43 now. I was 35, 37 when I had my first one. I wasn't ready then. So I can't imagine at 15. You know, it's a kid. Yeah, kids right the crib.
This is before the first Golden Gloves.
Right.
Okay, think about that. You know what I'm saying?
You got kids to feed. I gotta win this match,
like
man.
what?
That's
like
incredible.
you know what I mean? That could have been one of my main inspirations as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My daughter Brandy. I mean, wow. I mean, like I was just a kid having a kid. I didn't know what to do with the situation.
Y'all tight.
Right. That's my baby girl. That, so I have a granddaughter from her.
Wow.
My granddaughter Bradley. That's my heart. She
I can't wait, man. Kids are great, but I can't wait for
the grandkids. Oh my God. Like,
and you get here you go when they
you
give
them
back.
Spoil them and give them back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right,
give them all the candy and everything. Go ahead, go back home. Go. You know what I'm saying?
What a blessing.
My granddaughter's special to me. She's special young girl.
I love that. And what's her name?
Briley.
Briley.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Everybody
Brandy and Briley.
West Coast with you?
No. They in North Carolina.
Oh wow.
Yeah. They're in North Carolina.
Yeah. See us. So everything you got going on, where can people find you? Tell them, let's give the shout outs.
Yeah. For the toy brand, you can go find us at undisputedtoys.com. The Cannabis Crown Town, you can go to Crown Town. If you're in California, you can come out to the Valley. We out in Woodland Hills to the House of Trees. The product is in there. By the time this airs, hopefully with the will of God, it'll be everywhere.
Yeah, we'll put a link. We're going to get you a special link too, because social media is a bitch, man. Yeah. Social media is a fool. The sell tell you get it. You go to Sarah, whatever, and they ding you for this, that, and the other. So we're trying to come out with a safe link for him to be able to share. We'll have like a landing page set up on the website. If you want to carry this in your store, gas station, vape shop, grocery store, you name it, compliant, all 50 states. We can ship it across state lines.
Yep.
People, this ain't just a celebrity name on this. It's an incredible product. You're going to love it.
Sleep good.
You're going to love it. Yeah, sleep.
You're going to love the way it makes you feel. You want to have a clear head.
And they're good, man.
You don't want to smell like weed.
Right.
This is it.
This is good. A couple, like one of these, get you through the day. Come home, have a few more for the relaxation.
This is it. Yeah.
And
you don't, and my thing, I tell my homies, don't take 2 at a time now.
Yeah. Because they can't. That's why everybody's like, they're little. You're
going to be sitting on your pockets. Yeah. It's called punch. That's why we call it punchables.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to boop. You be sitting there like that.
Feel the punch. And that's what.
Out of it. Yeah.
Because the effect is where it's at, man.
Yes.
We didn't want something too heavy, too strong, but it's great.
It does the job.
2 or 3 of these, you're going to know.
Yeah. If you got some pain. Yeah. If you got some pain or something, pop 2 in. You want to get a good night's sleep, pop 2 in. And I also, one thing that I discovered is, don't take them too late. Right. If you take them too late, you're going to oversleep.
Yeah.
Especially don't say you got to get up at 8 o'clock until you're going to be out of it. You know what I'm saying? Try to get them around like a good about 6, 7 o'clock, because that'll get you through a whole good night of sleep, and you'll wake up in the morning feeling nice and fresh and strong and ready to go.
There you go.
You do anything late,
you're going to feel
you'll see.
Yeah. Estelle and I did that last night. We went to the dispensary. We tried a drink. We didn't realize till this morning it was 100 milligrams. So,
oh, Lord.
We were here trying to set up camera equipment last night. We couldn't even get the things put together, right? But
exactly.
But yeah, man, these gummies, man, they're incredible. Get them in your stores. We'd love to have them there. Zab's just getting started, man. Zab is, 46 years young. He's a champion in the ring, outside of the ring. And the example he's setting for today's youth and his children is just absolutely incredible. And, I don't want to work with everybody in this industry. It's more than money, man. But this man's story, his drive, his vision is all right where it needs to be, right in line with what we got as a company, 100%. Visionary. So, looking forward to the years to come, man. Let's grow. Let's make this into something. Let's help each other. Let's network.
Yep.
We're just getting started. There's so many avenues for this. And, we're just now starting to get federal legalization talk. So, the doors are going to be opening in the coming years. So
Crown Town, baby.
Crown Town Cannabis.
Super Punch.
What's
baby.
the name of your dispensary again? Let's get it again.
House of Trees.
House of Trees. What part of California is that?
Woodland Hills, California. We on Topanga. 4901 Topanga. Topanga Canyon.
That's good.
Don't miss
Find
it.
him on the gram, Zab Judah. He's on there. Man, can't thank you enough, my man. It's an absolute honor to meet you. I dig your story. I'm glad I'm part of your story now, your journey. And man, it's just all from here.
Yeah, it's up.
Anything you want to leave the people with as we wrap this up?
Yeah, man. If you in California, House of Trees, ask for Zab Judah, Dro, Tyrone, you know what I'm saying, Eddie. We all in there. And if you're looking for if you're trying to find me on the social media, I'm Zab Judah on Instagram. Yeah,
That's the man.
I'm Zab Judah on Instagram. I'm Super Judah on Twitter.
Yeah, he's got his own strain out here too. Super Punch.
Check it out, Super Punch. Zab is on the way.
Zab.
You know what I'm saying? You want that Zab? I got you. Yeah, man. You looking for them toys to be safe? You know, guys. You know, guys that travel a lot, you looking for your wife to be okay and happy. You know what I'm saying? Go to undisputedtoys.com. You know, ladies as well. That if you an independent woman and you about your business. And you know how the girls are. You need to get your 1-2 on undisputedtoys.com. You know, we just having fun, man.
Keep punching.
We just punching and moving.
That's it, up, man. Nothing but up and up from here, man.
Shout out to my wife, my partner.
There you go.
My partner in crime, Didi the Great. You know what I'm saying? She's the mastermind behind all of this. Right. You know what I'm saying? And we're making it happen. That's it.
And I'll again shout out to Co-Train. Thanks for introducing
shout me. Shout the Co.
That's man.
You heard?
He's the man.
And, shout the Co.
You know, it's
Brownsville,
Brooklyn representing, man. And you know, Undisputed Champion. Check out his videos, man. You got to see his fights online. He has some really great ones.
Yeah.
You know, he's the man. But thanks for tuning in. Check us out, like and subscribe below. Follow us, letsbeblunt.org. You can find these cltcbd.com, crowntowncannabis.com, theplugdistribution.com. We're going to get a link up for Zab. It'll be a direct link he can post, and you can order right there. We'll ship anywhere in the U.S. You must try these. You got to have them.
It's a must.
And we might even do some limited edition signed autograph ones coming up
100%.
soon. So check my man out. If you already know, you know who he is. We got just the beginning on this. We got bigger and better things coming down the road. Get it. Try it. Peace. And that's it. This has been an amazing trip. It's been a long time coming. 2 years to get to this point. You know, the theme behind this trip is so much. But, you know, ultimately I want to say, enjoy the journey. It's been such a struggle to achieve every goal I've ever wanted in life. And once achieving it, it was sweet, but not nearly as sweet as the memories leading up to achieving that goal. So, you know, this was 2 years ago. This was a shot in the dark, and it's now become a reality. And I got to come out here with one of my best friends, see some things we never seen before, do some things we never done before, you know, meet with a world-class athlete, 6-time world champion, undisputed world champion boxer. And, you know, he's just as humble as can be. He has his story of struggle. You know, everybody in this room had their story of struggle. But the key factor with everyone is never giving up. The grind, the hustle, picking yourself back up off the floor over and over and over again, no matter what you feel in your heart, no matter the defeat, no matter how hard it is or how cold it is or how broke you are, or how many people you lost. It's about picking yourself up over and over again. And I'm hoping, if nothing else, at the end of this journey, whether people see this as a success or a failure, people take from this knowing, you know, these guys did everything they could to make the world a better place, or to chase their dreams, or to chase their goals, you know. And I hope some of us, all of us, can inspire everyone else to follow your dreams, no matter the consequences, no matter the naysayers, no matter the people that doubt everything you do. Never give up, never stop trying. And really, once you lose that fear of failure and realize that failure is truly part of the recipe for success, you embrace failure, because with failure does come success. You learn lessons from it. You learn how to dig yourself out of the failure. You learn how to not fail again. And truly, that's what it takes for success. It's not about what you know or don't know. It's how you handle every situation thrown at you and realizing no matter what the situation is, the show must go on. You must wake up, put one foot in front of the other, and go out there and try again till you physically can't try anymore, till your last breath. And if I hope nobody takes anything else from this whole experience we're putting you guys through and documenting as we go, is you can do it. You can truly be whatever you want to be. I've achieved the goals I set out 2 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and I have just as many dreams for the coming years. And we're just getting started. And every time I achieve a goal, I make the next goal a little bit higher to achieve, a little harder, a little more difficult. Dream big, take those ideas and make something of it. This is, again, one of first of many announcements this year of big things we got coming in the industry. We're expanding into other businesses. We're getting into real estate. We're investing. We're diversifying. We're really trying to set something here that lasts the ages and that can open up other opportunities for the dreamers, for the believers, and for those that never give up. So again, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for your love and support. Please like, subscribe, follow us, share us. It's the only way we're going to make these things right. That's the only way we're going to fight these wrongs, is as one voice, supporting each other, loving each other, and helping each other get to the next dream. Thank you for following Let's Be Blunt. Find us at letsbeblunt.org. And as always, peace, love, cannabis. Now let's go catch this early ass flight. Thank you.